Hi guys, so I have a little bit of a different video. I wanted to do a sit down and talk and then show you guys all of, all of the books I read in 2024. I'm going to try to do this in order, and if I don't have the physical copy, I'll try to put a picture up here, tell you a little bit about it, and yeah, let's get into it and talk about the books I read in 2024. Okay, to let you guys know, so I use Goodreads to track my books. My reading goal this year was 15, and I did hit my goal. And then at the end of this, I'll also talk about my planner that I'm going to use for the year, because I'm trying a new brand, and my mom has used it before, and it's really good. So I'm excited to use that, excited to add some fun pages to it, and they actually have a reading log in it, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so first up, the first book I finished in 2024 was called the third book of Elle Kennedy's series, The Score. Here is the cover. There's glare. It is about Dean and Allie. The series is really good. It's like a hockey romance, and it's like five friends from a team, and their love interest in the last book is about all five of their relationships. Really good. I rated it 5 stars. The second book I read was The Goal. It is about Tucker and Sabrina, and they hated each other before. Here is that one. I think that she just released new covers of these as well, and they're so cute. I did not have these. I borrowed these from my cousin. I also rated this one 5 stars. Another super good book. And it's just cool because, the other relationships are mentioned. First off, I should probably say this at the beginning. Most of my books are romance books. I have, a few on my shelf that aren't. But I'm pretty sure every single book I read this year was a romance book. And, I love a dual POV. Enemies to lovers is probably my favorite trope in fake dating. They're tied for the top. So, yeah. Just thought I would throw that out there before we finished the rest. And then the third book I read in 2024 was The Legacy, which is the 6th book, and it's about all of their relationships in the last book. Oh. This has 4 stories for couples. Is there not 6 books? 1, 2, 3. There is 4. Might be. That was the 5th book. So The Score is the 3rd, The Goal is the 4th, and then Legacy is the 5th. I don't know why I thought there were 6. Okay, switching it up, I officially finished that series. I next read King of Wrath by Anna Hong Huang. I'm not really sure. It was really good. It was my first one I read that was forced marriage, I'm pretty sure. It is a series. I had bought the second one after I finished this one. I didn't read it this year. And then my mom read this, and she bought 3 and 4. And then the 5th one comes out this year, I'm pretty sure. So I have the rest of this series to read. It's definitely on my TBR for this year. Next, I read The Roommate Pact by Allison Ashley. It is about these 3 people that live together. She's a nurse, he's a firefighter, and then their third roommate ends up moving out, and they're stuck living with each other. They made a marriage pact. He got seriously hurt, so then she had to take care of him. I don't know. It was a really good book. I didn't take that long to finish it. So next, one of my all-time favorite books, probably in my top 5, I read last year in 2023, I think. It was called The Cheat Sheet. It was by Sarah Adams. It was about this guy who was a football player. He fell in love with his best friend. They were both in love with each other and didn't know it. She was a really good author. I finished that book in a day. I found out she had more books, so I got this one at Barnes & Noble's. I thought it looked really good. So basically, this girl, her name is Annie. Let me hold this a little closer so you can see the cover. This girl, her name is Annie. Her brother is getting married to this famous singer. This is the singer's bodyguard. She's a florist. They fell in love. Such a good book. As you can't tell, all of them, they fall in love. Okay, this one was a little bit different for me. A ton of my friends had read it. My mom had read it. Everyone told me it was so good, so I had it on my TBR. I had to read it because everyone would not stop talking about it. I read it on our beach trip. It was amazing. literally, I think, oh, I probably should have told you guys what I rated all these. I forgot to do that. Okay, I rated King of Wrath 5 stars. The Roommate Pack, I rated 4 stars. It was a good book. I don't know. I think I just probably expected it. And then Practice Makes Perfect, I rated 5 stars. A book doesn't get less than 4 stars from me. Should just throw that out there. If I didn't love it, it probably got like 3 stars. That's probably the lowest I've ever rated a book. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This book blew my mind. Like, I had heard so much about it. Oh my word. This was probably the best book I read all year. Like, it was amazing. I remember, like, the end, my jaw was, like, on the floor. There was so much that happened that I was just like, oh my word. So, yes, definitely recommend if you haven't read it. It was incredible. I rated it 5 stars. I feel like someone told me they're making a TV show out of this. If they are, that's going to be really good. Okay, the next thing I read was The Boyfriend Candidate. Alexis Stone is a school librarian. This guy, his name is Logan. I think he's running. Is he running to be the No. He's running to be like governor, maybe. I don't remember. They both met at a hotel bar. They were just supposed to like hook up. Hotel caught on fire. So then in their rush to escape, cameras catch them. So then, like, they start fake dating. And then, yeah. Oh, he is the hotshot candidate challenging the Texas governor seat. Yes, he's up to be governor of Texas. And they, like, work together. It was really cute. I really liked it. I rated it 5 stars. It was very good. Oh, I had read this because, I picked this up at Barnes & Noble's, and I was like, oh, that sounds really good. But I got very into, like, the politic love interest stuff because I watched Scandal. So then I read this. Oh, we're not talking about TV shows on this, but if you have not watched Scandal, watch it. It is amazing. Okay, next, my favorite author came out with a new series. It was the Lakefront Billionaire series, Love Redesigned. I love her. I love her writing. I love that her books are thickums, so there's a lot of, like, I never feel like there's too much information. I'm like, give me more, please. I love her books. Rated this a 5 out of 5. So all of her books, if I am under the right impression, all of her books connect. So I started with her Billionaire Brothers series, which is about, like, 3 brothers, which I recommend to all my friends. Okay. It is the fine print, terms and conditions, and final offer. That is, I'm pretty sure the first one is fine print. Let me check that before I just tell you that and it's wrong. Yeah. It's called The Dreamland Billionaires, The Billionaire Brothers. Yeah. So good. I started with that. Then she came out with this series. So, in the last one of the Dreamland Billionaires, the guy is, like, renovating a house. This is about the guy that renovates the house and his love story. So good. It has Julian and Dahlia. That's what I said her name was. I'm not really sure. I'll turn it around so you guys can, like, see it. I don't know if it's focusing. Yeah, Dahlia and Julian. So good. Like I said, she's my favorite author, so anytime she puts books out, it will be on my shelf. Okay. Next, I read The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. It was very good. I think I rated it 4 stars, maybe 5. Let me check. It was the first one I read where, like, a single dad falls in love with the nanny. It was pretty good. Oh, 5 stars. I really liked it. It was very cute, and I really liked it. I think he's a chef. Yeah. He's a chef, a single dad. She's the nanny that he brings in. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think about, like, the fact that my grandparents watch these videos and they're like, girl, what are you reading? Sorry, Mama, Papa. And to all my other family out there that watches my YouTube videos. Okay, next I read my first ever book by Lucy Score called By the Thread. It is a dual, I think all the books I read this year were a dual POV. The Roommate Pact might not have been. I think The Roommate Pact was the only one I read this year that wasn't a dual POV. Everything else, oh wait, hold on, let me check The Nanny. Yeah, everything else I read this year was and then The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It was everything was a dual POV except this one, and the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was its own POV. This one is about Dominic and Allie. Dominic, it's like his business. I think that his mom like hires Allie out of the blue. I don't remember all the details, but it was very good. I rated it 4 stars. I just felt like it was a very big book for a very, what's the word I'm looking for? For a very not out of the blue ending. I loved it though. Like I said, a book's never going to get less than 4 stars for me. If I finish the book, it means it was really good. I don't finish a book if I didn't like it. So, yeah. This one was good. Okay, next, the second book of the Lakefront Billionaire series. This one is called Love Unwritten. This is about Julian's cousin slash brother, because, like, Julian's family adopted him. Very confusing. Raphael and Ellie. Raphael has a son who has an eye condition. It's like worsening, so they're trying to like get all these experiences for him to like see the world. Ellie is the nanny. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I think I might have liked this one more than the first one, honestly. It was so, so good. The like big point for their relationship is their big trip was they went to Hawaii. So that was really cool. I want to go to Hawaii so bad. So I love reading books about Hawaii. I read this one in the Honeymooners, I think. Yeah. So, very good. Yeah, loved it. Would recommend. Again, it's by Lauren Asher, so it's not going to be a bad book. Okay, then I started a book. One second. My favorite I have on my Disney sweatshirt that I just got because I'm posting my videos a little out of order. My favorite Disney princess is Rapunzel. There is this, I learned more about it through this book. This is called Tangled Up in You. There are authors that write like very close to Disney story-esque characters in like real time. So like this girl and this boy, she's very like Rapunzel, doesn't have a cell phone, like is going to college, like grew up in like a sheltered area. I found it's like a whole thing. Fall in love with the Meant to Be collection, and it's like a bunch of different authors. So, like there's one that's called If the Shoe Fits, Buy the Book, and then Kiss the Girl. This is the first one that I picked up because of the Tangled aspect. I ended up, it's a good book. I just put it down because Christmas was getting close and I had Christmas books. So this is the book I'm currently reading. I picked it back up. This is the book I'm currently reading to start. Well, it's the second book I've read in 2025. We'll get into that in a second. To pick up and finish. Okay. Back to my reading for the year. So, like I said, Christmas started. I had a Christmas book I read last year. It was called Along Came Holly. It was very good. I found out after I read it, it was the third one in a series. So I was like, well, I need 1 and 2. And it's like her parents own a Christmas tree farm and she has 2 other siblings. So it's about like their love stories. So I also found out I read them out of order again, but whatever. So I ordered those 2 books. I had a Christmas book last year I didn't read. I picked up a Christmas book that I found in the store. Newsflash, I started that one. It's called Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I did not like it, so I stopped reading it. But right before like the swing of like Christmas reading starts, like my Thanksgiving break, my favorite author, Lauren Asher, posted on her Instagram that she was releasing a novella, a Christmas book, so of course I had to have it. So I ordered it from Amazon, read it the day I got it. It is called My December Darling by Lauren Asher. It is about Catalina and Luke. Catalina's sister is marrying her ex-boyfriend, Aiden. Aiden's best friend, Luke, is the best man. Catalina is the maid of honor because it's her sister. Catalina and Luke fall in love. She is a nurse, like a travel nurse, but like pediatric / NICU nurse. He is an ER doctor. It was so, so good. Actually, I knew I was going to love this book just based on what she put in the beginning. And it says, to all those who were torn between Doctors McSteamy and McDreamy, get ready to fall in love with Dr. Darling. Because his last name is Darling. So, this was amazing. Probably the best Christmas book I've ever read. Mind you, I haven't really read that many, but still. 5 stars. I don't even have to look. I know I rated it 5 stars. Yeah. Okay. Next, like I said, I bought those 2 books after the one I read. This one is about the middle child of the what is their last name? Oh, the Winters family. They own the Winters Christmas tree farm, or Winters tree farm, I think. This is about Mary. She falls in love with the foreman that her dad brings into the family business. His name is Clark. He has a son. They fall in love. It was a very good book. I really liked it. I finished it mainly in the car on our drive to Florida. Okay, and my last book of 2024 was Daydream by Hannah Grace. Again, another 5-star. This one is the third in a series. It is, I think she calls them Maple Hills novels. The first one is Icebreaker. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Icebreaker. Amazing. 10 out of 10. The next one she released was Wildfire. It was also very good. Then this one, I finished it in 2 days. I loved it. I would say if I had to rank them, it would be Icebreaker, this, then Wildfire. None of them are bad. Like, I gave this 5 stars. None of them are bad. But, I don't know. I really like... Oh, this one is about Henry. The second one is about Russ. The first one is about Nate and Anastasia. I really liked the love interest in this, Haley. She reminded me a lot of myself. I really liked this one. Okay, that is all my books I read for 2024. Now, when I have started this video, I have already finished my first book for 2025. So I wanted to talk about it because it's a very good book and I think everyone should read it. It is, again, by my favorite author, Lauren Asher. It is called Throttled. So, oh, my bookmark fell out of it. I'm already done with it. So, like I said, all of her books interconnect. The second book of the Dreamland Billionaires, the second book, the brother, his name is Declan. I said Declan. His like special interest was Formula One racing. This whole series is about Formula One drivers. I didn't even know Formula One was a real thing. It was so good. I literally couldn't put it down. I finished it in 24 hours. That's how good it was. I ordered the rest of the series because they were on mega sale on Amazon, and that cheap in person. So I ordered them. They'll be here Friday. I will probably start them when they get here because I legit could not put it down. I don't know what was in this book, but it was amazing. So that is my first finish of 2025. Okay. Now, looking at my books, if I had to pick a top 3 for the year, I really don't think I could. But 2 that I read that were way better than I expected them to be, and I am like glad I read them, were definitely these 2. I didn't I saw the cover of this in the store so many times. I was like, I'm not gonna like that. I read the back. I was like, wow, that sounds really good. I finished it really fast. So these are 2 books that were unexpected that I loved. Again, this was probably the best book I read all year. So, if that tells you anything. The top 3, though, would probably have to be... This is such a hard choice. Probably these 3. Like I said, I read a lot of romance books. These are all very cliche romances, but they were so good. So, yeah, these are probably my top 3 typical romance books for me. If I had to pick one that wasn't a Christmas one, I would probably pick Practice Makes Perfect. If not, then pick Love Redesigned. It's really hard for me to like rank books just because, like I said, if it's a really good book, I'm going to finish it. If it's not, I don't finish it. So, yeah. So that is everything I read in 2024. I have set a goal for this year. It is 15 books again. I have a lot of like bigger books I really want to get into. I have one that is a hockey romance that's like thicker that I want to read. I have the whole series that everybody's heard of by Lucy Score. I have that whole series I'd like to read. I'm also on a book buying ban for the whole entire year, which I know I already broke, unless it is a series. Like, for example, I had the first book. I can't not get the rest of the series and read it. So, like, if it is in a series and I loved it, then I will buy the series. So, yeah. But I am officially on a book buying ban. My goal is to get through the books that I have left on my shelf, get through at least a third of them this year. Okay, last mention in this is my planner for the year. This is what she looks like. She is from by Living in Yellow. Hold on, I'm gonna get a little closer. My planners, I usually have just like gotten from like Walmart or Target. I ordered one last year because I like when my days are in columns, and my mom told me about this one and that's how they are. So I haven't really like added a ton to her yet, so don't judge. It's actually on my to-do list to sit down and like work on my planner. So for starters, it has this page that's just about like your yearly goals, if you have a word of the year. And then this one is like your weekly routine, is the reading list. So I already get to add a book to it. I'm so excited. And it has like the whole month. I think each month has 1, 2, 3. Each month has like 4 places to put a book. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. The last like extra page is like wardrobe-y stuff, which I don't really think I'll use those pages, but it's a cute idea. And then it has like if you want to write out like birthdays, so you have them all like in a list, which I might do for like all my Delta Zeta girls because I like knowing when everyone's birthday is. So, and then so after that, you start with the first page, and it has like your goal for the month, and like you have like a bucket list. And then here is the month layout. I already have some stuff in here. And then here is the day layout, which I really like. So it has, hold on, let me like flip the page so you can see. So it has the day, it has a to-do list, then it has like something you don't need to forget. It has your schedule, and then what like your dinner plan is, and then like if you have a habit for the week, you can like mark that down. So I am glad to have a planner in my life that will keep me accountable and isn't just something that I would like write everything in all the time. The other thing that I'm wanting to do, more for decoration and because it's really cute, is make one of those calendars for on Canva. I've seen them all over my TikTok. So I'm probably going to tackle that while I'm home for the next week. And I won't put like crazy stuff on it. I'll put like, I don't know, like birthdays if I have like a due date, but not like specific like, oh, this blah, blah, blah is due on this date. It might just be like, you have a due date. Yeah. So yeah, that is my everything I read for 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a little bit longer than I was planning on it being, but I did just yap. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be about my arrival. I think it's my like arrival resort hopping day maybe. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into that. But it will be about my trip that I just went on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye!